What's up, gamers? I'm Patrick with Archives Media, and this is Archives Podcast, episode 49. This week, we're going to be talking about NFTs, Elon Musk buying Twitter, and Overwatch 2, among other things.
It's your main man, Mizzix, coming at you with another fiery podcast.
And your boy Wenzel coming
Real
at you
quick.
with more than a fire podcast.
What if you're only my side man, Mizzix?
We're gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's going to be a serious issue if I'm not your main
I'm over
man.
the river?
Yeah, I mean, it depends who you're replacing me for.
Well, I have a main man, Mizzix, and a side man, Mizzix, but you happen to be the side one.
Well,
I
who's
have
this other
another
Mizzix? That seems like a bigger
multiple-
problem.
Multiple Mizzices in my life.
That's a serious problem. I got to figure out who this guy is and fucking take him out.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
You know that Humvee parked in your parking lot?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna run your new computer over with it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, dude. With the way last week went on Rust, you know what? I thought about throwing it out the window a couple times.
That's just Rust for you, though.
It's a good thing you got out when you did, Jordan. Let me tell you.
I remember you were talking trash to me. You were like, "Oh, you can't hang." Is that why you're playing New World? You can't hang,
dude. It's a good thing you got out. I'm thinking, real quick. I'm thinking about doing a BioShock playthrough. My next couple of days off. I'm probably gonna do it on. I'm probably gonna live stream it. I don't know for sure yet, but I'm thinking about doing that next week. So,
real talk.
We'll all right, what do you got, Wenzel? Sorry, I just totally jumped on top of you there.
No worries. So I recently, with the joy that is TikTok, I go down several rabbit holes, and one came across. It was streamers that got banned in one move, either for calling their audience poor, which I can't even fathom.
You get banned for that?
Poor.
Yeah, what?
So essentially, they didn't get banned.
Oh, okay, well then I know who you're talking about.
These are people who have made $1.
Like, you don't have $5? I remember that lady.
Yep.
Oh, what was that? Alinity?
I just pissed off my dogs doing that. I think that's a different lady.
Is it?
Do you guys know any other good, like, I ended my whole content creation career in 30 seconds?
Wings of Redemption.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Although he's still going for some reason.
I heard about what happened on Bog there, laying down. There is one guy. I'm trying to remember.
You fucking beep.
Why'd you stream that shit?
Why the fuck you live stream that shit? Dude, yeah, Wings of Redemption, but somehow he's still around. He's still kicking. God, I love these troll channels, dude.
Can't keep a good dog down.
I don't know if I'd call him a good dog.
There's one guy I know who, like, he was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but this was like when Black Ops 2 was out, so he was doing like a little bit of a throwback thing. And I think this was right before Ghost was coming out, right? And they were just messing around, having some fun. And I guess it's a rule on Twitch where, like, you can't, or at the time I guess it was a rule where you couldn't, like, play and hack at the same time, like, even in game. And it was very obvious that, like, that's what they were doing. They're just in, like, a hacked lobby. So he got banned for playing in a hacked lobby because he was, openly hacking on Twitch.
Did he, like, join into a lobby and it was a hacked lobby, or was
they
he,
were
like,
just joining? They're like, let's play. It was like everyone knew it was a hacked lobby. It's not like he was in, free for all hacking, just wrecking kids for no reason. He was playing playing like zombies or something, like a hacked version of zombies, because it just didn't exist in Modern Warfare 2. Or it was something. I don't know if it was that, but it was something like that, and he got banned for that.
Dude, I watched part of a video just the other day
about
how people like partially about how they used to make. You remember how they had to have like a JTAG'd Xbox to like do all these cheats? There was one way to do it where you had to drill like a micro hole through one exact like pin on a chip. Are you're familiar with how, like, all these tiny little pins, right? And you had to drill just one pin off of this chip, and then it, like, allowed you to, I don't know, somehow you could then fuck around and go into the, you could cheat somehow by removing that one pin.
So let's get an old Xbox,
Jesus,
Drill
dude.
the
I'm
pin
like,
I have
and
an
see
old
what we can do.
Xbox.
how many kids you think just fucking brick? And he was like, if you go any farther than like a 16th of a micro inch,
Yeah.
you just kill this one pin, and if you go any further, it's bricked.
Yeah.
It's ruined.
It's probably like that pin fucks it up no matter no matter what it needs. That's definitely
You're
what it
doing
was.
damage.
Yeah. You can protect
Yeah,
yourself or
so
deal
how
some
many-
damage.
How many kids you think just totally ruined their Xbox? And they had to like explain
so
to their
many.
parents what the fuck they did.
But Mom, I wanted to be better.
I wanted fall care. I wanted a all gold gun.
Yeah.
I wanted all gold guns, Mom, so I just got Dad's
What-
drill and
What was it? Fall
broke it.
camo on Modern Warfare 2? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that last one.
Was that the
Yeah.
red one?
No,
it was
it's like fall colors.
leaves. Yeah, leaves.
You're talking to a guy who can't see fall colors here.
That's embarrassing.
I know. Just moving on. So I watch a YouTube channel called Heavy D Sparks. It's Diesel Brothers, but not on Discovery Channel. They do a bunch of, here's this car. We're gonna soup it the fuck up and go racing around. But I found out they made a podcast as well, and I fucking hate it. Do you guys watch any other a YouTuber that does something, attempts another thing, and you absolutely hate it?
Yeah, there was this guy that I used to watch that would do like Call of Duty updates and stuff like that, and now he like makes a podcast and he does all these like top 5 tech items videos and unboxing videos. And it's kind of cringe,
You
honestly.
fucking douche.
It's kind of cringe, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Do you hear he also started a podcast that's kind of shitty?
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. Needs more unhinged to it.
Yeah,
This is where I was going to comment about the state of what happens at the end of the podcast, but we're way too early. We still got things to talk.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
I know. If we would have had this an hour in the future, that would have been so good.
I know. Something a little bit more unhinged that just generally pisses me off. NFTs. How do you guys feel about them? Before
I think they're they're not understood enough and not adopted enough by the market for them to become useful for most people. Same thing with Bitcoin. They're kind of in the same category right now.
All right. So
I think that it's going to take a while
potential.
for a lot of people. So like think about it this way. 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, 100 years ago, whatever, like forever ago, people were like, all right, so what you want this shiny rock, and this is what you're going to use. This is what you're going to get your food with. This is what you're going to get everything with, right? And then at some point, people are like, all right, well, actually, what you want is this piece of paper. And then at some point, people are like, oh, actually, you want this, this hash token that, this string of numbers, not a hash coin, although I would take those. This string of numbers and characters, and that's a Bitcoin. And now they're like, oh, actually, you want this picture of a fucking cheeseburger, or you want this picture of a dumb monkey. And these are all just currencies. I'm like, you had me for most of these, but I don't know about that last one. Who knows?
Well,
maybe I will understand it one day.
I
understand it, but you know what I mean.
You do not like dumb monkeys, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, I like funny monkey pictures, but I'm not going to pay $1 gorillion for it. I'm just going to go look at the funny monkey picture.
$1
Like,
what about like
I
$6?
like that real fun.
$6 for a funny monkey picture? I might pay $6 for the funny monkey.
Okay.
Is my funny monkey gonna?
Well, what if I'm willing to pay $7?
Well, then I guess that you have it. It's yours.
And then Wenzel pays $1 gorillion.
We'll see. My cap was 6. So
my cap is half $1 gorillion.
Okay, well, maybe we get someone who's unhinged who outbids you to $1 gorillion.
All right, let's make we'll combine these stupid monkey NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Are gonna make a gorilla coin.
Check it out, guys. Archives, Gorilla Coin, hitting the crypto.com.
Now going soon. For the price of $1 gorillium.
But so there was a collection of Yacht Club apes that was hacked and stolen because of it. Someone had an Instagram account and they were like flaunting their collection of Yacht Club apes.
The whole point of this shit that you can't hack and steal it, that you can't steal it.
I'm sure they hacked their account.
Exactly my point. They lost an estimated $3 million off of 6 monkeys. Which to me is just like, that is so fucking stupid.
I mean,
But each of them was $500,000. Jesus.
People hack bank accounts all the time. I mean,
yeah, but that makes more sense than all.
What do you mean it doesn't make? How does that make more sense? You log into an account on your. I don't know who you use.
They hacked into their OpenSea account. Basically, it's the same thing as a banking account.
Gorilla Coin. No, but that's like money. This is a picture of a monkey.
Okay, so.
Well, yeah, but that's like the same thing as like stealing someone's.
You hacked my Coinbase
car or stealing that. This is an item, like right. Like I could steal your car and go sell it, or I could steal all your guns and go sell them.
I tell you what, no one's got the serial number of my guns, and ain't nobody know where those things came from.
Yeah, they might. I'm not actually going to say what that joke I was about to make.
I was going to say something.
Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
I was going to say it involves a belt sander, but that's illegal, and I would never sand off serial numbers.
I don't either.
All of my guns in a boating accident.
My grandpa may or may not have made most of my firearms, so.
I mean, they still have serial numbers on them.
He made the part that's the actual gun.
He machined the upper?
Mm-hmm. No, the upper doesn't count as the gun. It's the lower.
The lower, I mean, rather. That's what I...
And then he just bought the rest of the parts.
Yeah, you can buy all of the... So does he buy like the 80% lowers and machine it? Or does he like have somebody... So. Does he do it himself or does he have...
He machines it himself.
That's fucking sick!
Yeah.
All you need is a drill press.
Yeah, that's what he uses. He's old school.
Because you just need to put 2 holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
A 3rd hole makes it a felony.
That's the old 3-hole felony deal.
Yeah.
Yep. But if you have a 3D printer, you can make something that avoids needing that 3rd hole. And you get the same outcome. Just moving on to one of our favorite games that's ever been released. Elden Ring. Or Halo Infinite. Which has finally fallen to a whole new low. Would you like to take a guess at this whole new low?
Wait, we're talking about Halo or we're talking about Elden Ring?
We're talking about Halo.
Oh, what's the new low?
BR. And
they're having a battle royale now?
They are.
Weren't they talking about that before it even came out?
Yep. They're combining King of the Hill, Land Grab, and Last Spartan Standing into one game mode.
Dude, I swear if they come out with some nonsense before they come out with Forge mode, I don't know what I'm going to do, but...
I would like a refund for my free game.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a refund for the campaign. Speaking of the campaign...
I got it on Xbox Game Pass, so... With the gummies, actually. That gummy trick I used. So...
Co-op is finally coming in the near future. And speaking of Forge, the Forge beta is coming in September, so you have that to look forward to.
That was 6 months after it came out, right?
Yeah. Do you remember when they released Halo 3 and it had everything?
Oh, I remember.
Why would you release a finished game in 2022? You could just patch it in later.
Yeah.
What's a deadline? What is a deadline?
Remember when games worked? Oh, yeah, I remember.
I hate to say it. The last game that I played that worked was Elden Ring. Take it, it's not made by anyone in the United States. It's made by FromSoft.
These labor laws are killing our country. We need more child labor.
I think that's how Elden Ring got made.
Get a bunch of child slaves out there in the Bitcoin mines.
Actually, that's why Roblox is so successful. They got all that child labor going.
This is true. They got pornography coming up on there.
Yeah.
All you need.
Yeah.
Roblox is on the rise.
Let's change the subject before we enter into some dangerous territories.
What was that from?
Alien Able.
That's
the
what
subject
I
of our last episode.
okay.
Halo is on the rise. They're gonna have Forge mode coming out soon. It's gonna be bigger than COD. Oh man, what is he talking about? I gotta see what this guy's up to.
Call of Duty has lost in the past year. They lost 50 million players.
I saw that.
Jesus.
Don't worry, it's only a 6-month wait for Forge beta, and they haven't even said if it's going to be an open beta.
You know, I don't know if it's just like big corporations ruin things or like what, because it seems like everything that becomes like a big thing,
it's these fascist companies
it gets taken
ruining
over.
the things we love.
Well, they they hire a bunch of people, obviously, and not all of them are as enthusiastic about the game, right? Like when who is it? When Infinity Ward made Call of Duty 4, I'm sure they had a relatively small team made up of a bunch of people who really cared, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, as they grow over the years, they got to become more and more corporate, right? And they probably got to enforce, break times and work limits and things like that. And they probably got people who get promoted who don't really care about the thing, who just approve whatever level of work they're given, right? Because it's just easier than saying, "Oh, go back and do this, go back and do that."
But then you have companies like Gearbox, who've created the Borderlands series. Every Borderlands game I've played, fun, great, I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I come back.
But are they the exception or the rule?
Is producing a good game an exception or a rule? Is that your question?
Yeah, because it seems like a lot of the good games that come out nowadays is just made by like a small team.
Yeah.
Like EFT.
EFT is a phenomenal game for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Rust. I mean, Rust. That's still a small team, but like
as much as we hate EFT, Rust, games like that punish you for being bad.
I will keep playing them for months on end. I've played them longer than Halo 5, I can tell you that. But I just don't have an explanation for like how you get a bunch of money and you go from making Call of Duty 4 to Modern Warfare. From Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Which Modern Warfare was like the best game they had in 5 years. And it still wasn't as good as Call of Duty 4.
And that's one of the things like games like Tarkov. Once you buy the game, they're not getting any more money from you.
Yeah, that too.
So if they started to like fizzle out a little bit, I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of acceptable. But they don't.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you guys have been bitching and complaining about not having a revolver? Merry Christmas, here's your goddamn revolver. Leave us alone. And in games like Rust, Rust has skins, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not mandatory though. But they're still, it gives them cash flow to keep going. But yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't think of anything why that would be.
And then you have these
mega conglomerates.
Yeah, like
EA. The last time every game EA is just garbage.
Yep.
Every game they release.
Hot trash.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who hasn't released a trash game in a long time? Nintendo.
Yeah, but they got a different work culture. Like I'm saying, like in Japan, people work way harder. They're committed to their company or all that nonsense.
And they release the same thing over and over and over. It's called Mario Kart.
That they do. They don't reinvent the wheel.
Nope.
But the wheel does they do improve the wheel.
They improve the wheel and make it faster. I would love for Call of Duty to just bring back Infinity Ward. Let them make a game.
They do.
What was the last game Infinity Ward made?
I think Modern Warfare 4.
Cool. Let them run the company from now on and produce games. Also bring back Medal of Honor. Or is that Sony though?
Well, I was just calling Modern Warfare trash compared to Call of Duty 4.
Really?
And Modern Warfare 3.
Okay.
Ghost was pretty bad. I'll give it to them. I'll give Modern Warfare was probably better than Ghost.
Ghost was like the last Call of Duty game Ghost like killed Call of Duty for me.
Yeah.
You didn't like Advanced Warfare?
No, I didn't do any
that
of
was
the
made by
jumping
Sledgehammer. I'm trying to
jetpack
compare.
fucking.
I was trying to compare Infinity Ward games to Infinity Ward. Because
Oh, okay.
Sledgehammer, they were the third company in the rotation.
How many companies are in that rotation now?
It was two. It was who makes Black Ops? Treyarch. It was Treyarch Infinity Ward every other year, so they had 2 years to make a game. Then they added a third company to make it 3 years to make a game, and it was still hot garbage. And now they're giving it every other year. Like, it doesn't take 6 years to make a game.
Yeah.
Especially not when you know mostly what the game's gonna be anyway.
If years to release a Call of Duty and it's trash, I would hope they can realize they're messing up somewhere.
Yeah, that's why I really can't think of anything else. Because so when Optic Gaming got taken over, right? It went from being a 5-man operation, and most of them worked a couple hours, 7 days a week, because you have to work on the weekend in gaming, right? That's when most of the stuff's going down. So that's when you have to
Yeah.
work. If you want to take off Monday, Tuesday, then fine, but you have to work the weekend. And when Optic Gaming got bought out, who, by the way, if you don't know who they are, it's just an esports team basically that was a Call of Duty team. It went from being a 5-person operation that worked 7 days a week. Most of them worked a couple hours a day. So they would take. I mean, they wouldn't work like a full day every day, is what I'm trying to say. But then it expanded to a 50-person operation, and they had people who you didn't even know what they're doing, right? Like, and they didn't work the weekend was the thing. So every time there was like an esports event, their Twitter feed was just blank, nothing going on.
You want to know another company that did a really good job with their game?
What is that?
We personally don't like them. Fortnite.
Actually, a little irked because I remember when, like, seeing teasers and stuff for Fortnite before it existed, and it was supposed to be this like cool like zombie survival. There was all these different classes, and nobody. And I thought that was like really cool looking. That I got really excited for that, and then just nobody gave a fuck.
I remember you and a couple people bought that edition of the game. Like you and Chopkins.
I remember talking to you guys, and I was like, "Hey, we should all get this. This would be a super cool thing. Do this as a group, get the whole fucking squad. Like, we can all choose our own class, and we got our, everything fucking sick."
Yeah.
And just nope, dumb 9-year-old battle royale.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of hit gold with that, so I don't know what they're supposed to do.
I don't
happens.
blame them. I don't blame them. I would have done the same thing, but
100% understand why they did it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's another game,
but they did give up on making that, if I recall correctly. Like they're just not making whatever that mode is.
Portion. Yeah, no, it's just the
Yeah.
There's another zombie survival game coming out that it's kind of piqued my interest. That I want us to play it, unless it fucks itself up, which it's possible. It's called The Day Before. It's if you combined DayZ and The Division. I know you've played DayZ. I don't know if any of you have played The Division.
No, I've never played The Division.
No, I know you have.
Yeah. Essentially, it's a large urban city like New York.
Yeah.
It's a MMO PvP PvE game.
Okay.
Where it's supposed to be like at night, if you're not held up in a building, you're fucked.
Okay.
So massive swarms of zombies, and you have to like run around the city, loot stuff, build up a little camp.
Are they going to? That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, this does sound cool. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the website now.
Are they giving you stuff to do at night? If you're not held up?
I don't know.
Because that seems.
Well, I would imagine they're gonna have it so if you do go out at night, because it'll be difficult.
Here's a trailer you can watch later, by the way.
Okay.
I like a good like hard zombie game. The graphics look pretty good, and if they do what they say they're gonna do, probably gonna buy it.
Comes out June 21st this year.
Really?
So it's planned according to Steam. The planned release date is June 21st, 2022.
Okay, so I thought it had a significantly longer time frame to it, and I know that's another one of those ones that's being developed by a small company, so it's either going to do good, mediocre, or die.
Yeah.
But if it comes up to snuff, you guys want to play it?
Yeah.
I'll give it a whirl.
I mean, I'm not gonna pre-order it.
Oh, you know I will.
I know you will.
I have to stick to my.
This man will pre-order anything.
Yep, I pre-ordered Battlefield 2042. I deserve a medal for that.
A medal in stupidity.
I was gonna say a dunce cap.
Speaking of zombie games, really quick, have you guys played 7 Days to Die at all?
No.
I did when it first came out, back when we were in high school. Me, Chunks, and Nick played it together.
Okay.
And I know it's changed a lot since then. And I can't remember if I liked how it changed or not.
I played it a little bit, like, pretty recently with some Rust guys, and then even more recently I played it with some guys from work, and so they know a lot more than I do about it, but it's a lot of fun. Even just like kind of not really knowing what to do, and
you were
just
streaming that, weren't you?
Yeah, just running around like looting buildings and like fighting zombies and shit. It's pretty cool. There's a whole aspect. You're like, oh, I wanna build a, let's say I want to go get a shotgun. Okay, well you gotta level up to be able to learn how to make the shotgun or find a blueprint. And then you gotta go and you gotta make a forge to get the metal, and you gotta maybe break down cars to get pipes and bolts or whatever, the spring, and you gotta gather like all of the pieces. And it doesn't really tell you where to get it. You just kind of got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is kind of frustrating sometimes, but if you have someone who like knows what's up, then it's not too bad.
If there's one genre of games I will always go back to, it is zombie games.
Have you played Dead by Daylight?
I have. I have the second one. I've beaten it twice, and they just added New Game Plus mode, so I'm probably going to go back and play it again.
Dead by Daylight is the serial killer one where you just run in a circle. It's with all the 8 million skill checks, right?
Thinking of a different game.
Yeah, okay.
You're thinking of
I was
Dying
like,
Light, maybe?
I was like, I didn't know there's a single player mode. I was like,
I'm thinking
I
of
only
Dying
played the
Light.
multiplayer.
Yeah, this game doesn't really appeal to me.
No.
I was not a big fan of it.
No, I have watched a couple of the live streamers, my buds that stream, and it's all just like, oh, let's see how many times I can run around in a circle and throw these boards in this guy's face and clown on him while I got to do these dumb skill checks. It just doesn't. Doesn't look fun to me.
I wanted skill checks. I'd go play Skyrim and pick locks for an hour.
I mean, I do like picking locks in Skyrim.
Picking locks is pretty satisfying.
I liked the lock picking in Oblivion better.
What?
It was more difficult. And there was more to it because you had to like figure out which pin you wanted to shove up, and if you pick the wrong one, you got to restart. This one, it's like, all right, let me figure out where I can stick this and turn this other thing.
The thing I don't get though is in Oblivion, you just like push up on it.
Yeah.
And then it breaks when pushing. Have you ever picked a lock before and it broke when you pushed up?
No.
Okay, well that's what I thought. So their whole
system. Have you picked a lock?
Yes, I got like 3 lock picking sets.
You ever picked a lock to a chest, huh?
I've
lock picking guy.
I've picked locks to doors.
Oh, but that's a door. This is a chest. Different lock.
Okay, it's the same mechanic though.
No, one's a chest, one's a lock.
You still have to turn it.
Are you using a Bridwell iron pick?
No, because I'm not a heathen. I'm not a Neanderthal. I would use a steel one.
They didn't have steel back then.
They don't have steel back then. You have a steel sword. You get steel armor. What are you talking about?
I don't think you know what you're talking about, guy.
I don't think you know what you're talking. On top of that, they got magic there too. Why wouldn't they just use some magic? Just here's the fucking we're gonna use Abraca lockpick open.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a spell that you can use to unlock locks.
Okay, well.
Or I'm thinking of Skyrim. I don't remember. It's been a while. But you
I
out
just
here
don't
with
like how
your steel
I just don't
mocking.
like how you pick a pin in Oblivion and then somehow it like breaks your thing.
Because it's
That makes
brittle iron, you
that makes
peasant.
0 sense at all. So get like a normal pick. Don't keep making them out of the. Who's making lockpicks out of these garbage materials and they break after just normal use?
Yes, let me make you something that is obviously going to commit a crime.
Yeah, well, you don't have. They got legal locksmiths, I'm sure, in Oblivion. That's a big city.
Yeah.
Lots of people probably forget their keys.
I don't think all those houses have keys.
All of them lock.
Magic.
How do they get their lock open, Wenzel? Riddle me that one. If they all got chests in them, how do they get the chest unlocked?
They take their key, stick it in, and twist. Like a bop it. And if the lock breaks, you
Moving
just smash the
on.
chest. Moving on, you better have something here,
Okay,
buckaroo.
moving on. The big news of the week, Elon Musk's offer to buy Twitter has been accepted. Last week it was looking like he wasn't going to get his offer accepted, but they finally pulled through. And Tesla's stock has actually plummeted, which I know a lot of meme buyers are...
It was down 12% last night.
I know, I saw that. A lot of meme buyers are not... Because if you go on r/Wall Street Bets pretty frequently like I do, they love Tesla.
I'm checking Tesla stocks right now.
Yeah, no. Can't be good.
It's up 0.58%.
From when? Today?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's still down like 12%.
The past week it's down month 19.20.
Yeah. So he's got that going for him.
Apple down 15%.
Okay, okay.
Dell down 15%.
So I moved back to Windows this week. It was like a long month of my Linux challenge. And there are some things that I think Windows can improve upon. Of those things.
No.
What? Okay, well hold on.
No.
Hear me out, right? You hit the Windows key right now. Do you have an ad? Yes or no?
No. We've been over this.
You don't have an ad? I have ads right now. I got an ad for Spotify.
You're the goddamn only chump. We went over this the other night.
Here's my print screen.
I sent you a Snapchat of my thing with no ads. You're the only one who has ads because you don't have an ad blocker, like an idiot.
I do have an ad blocker. So.
Well, it's not been working.
I mean, I have ad blocker, but it doesn't work on my Windows key. It just works on my internet, or on my Chrome, rather.
Exactly.
That I guess us two loyal Windows users.
They just know. They're like, oh, fuck this guy.
This guy for making the switch?
This guy's, yeah.
And he came crawling back on his hands and knees, praying
on my hands and knees. I was asked to come back. I didn't come crawling back.
And show us the rug burns on your knees, bitch.
Fuck. Get out of here. Anyway, the other thing that grinds my gears, they don't include their Office software by default. Any other operating system includes that stuff by default.
Who's the idiot still using Windows Office software? Use Google Chrome like an educated human being.
You get a
no,
PDF.
He's talking about like Microsoft Word.
You don't need that.
PowerPoint.
What do you mean you don't need that? You never need to open a text document?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I just use Google Docs for like everything.
Like an intelligent gentleman, distinguished even.
It doesn't have all the features.
I just use Google
You don't
Docs,
need all the features.
It's good enough. But I can see how that would be a problem.
That is a problem. I would agree. You get a normal document. They want you to pay to open it on your computer.
And you cannot import it to Google Docs?
You could, but why should you have to do all that extra work? It should just open.
See, the good thing about Google Docs is you can put that bitch on your phone and then use it anywhere, unlike Windows shit.
You can do the same thing with other operating systems too.
But Windows is better.
Well, it's free on the other ones, so you got to pay $100.
So Google Docs is also free.
That's not Windows, is it?
No.
Man, I didn't know you were so much of a Microsoft shill.
I prefer the term simp.
So I'm loading in. It takes forever, obviously. Windows, you're doing that thing like for an hour at least, if you know what you're doing, right?
Booting your computer takes an hour?
If you want a fresh wipe of Windows, yes.
I thought you were talking about like general boot.
No, I'm not talking about like you start it up. That takes a couple seconds if you have an SSD.
I was saying, I'm looking at mine right now, and it took 2.6 seconds. You're here, it takes so long to boot my computer because I don't have Linux.
I'm talking about
Your
installing
computer's
it.
just a piece of shit.
I'm talking about installing it, Wenzel. I'm sorry you aren't familiar with computers and you've never installed an operating system before.
Don't need to. I pay people for that.
He said General Boot. What about Lieutenant Soft? Sorry, I don't know.
Fuck up.
This is what my fucking General Boot.
I see. I'm in the
real intellectual call.
Exactly.
We know who's having the real conversation right now.
And then once you spend all this time, you waste all this time getting all your stuff installed, right? Now I get a bunch of pop-ups from the OneDrive and Skype. Oh, you got to sign into Skype so you can talk to people. Oh, you got to sign into the OneDrive. Hey, your OneDrive isn't synced. I don't want any of that garbage, man.
Fox still uses Skype.
That's what I'm saying. I've got a million programs I've got to uninstall because I don't want them. I got a bunch of bloatware floating around on my computer.
Use fucking Discord like a normal person.
That's what I'm saying.
Mongoloids.
Then
am I allowed to say that? I don't know.
The Mongolians are pissed off now.
Do you want to know who still uses Skype?
No one.
Anyone over the age of 30. If you're 30 and above, Skype.
This is not true. There are people that I know that have their business stuff is done through Discord.
I will say, when I worked at the vape shop, we used Discord for about 3 months before some rat sold us out and told corporate we were using this for communication. They're like, you must use emails from now on for everything.
Then I go to check my work email, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get like 6-7 different security warnings because it's not configured the exact way they want it, right? Jeez, I never got one security warning on Linux. They knew what I was up to. They knew I knew what I was doing. Not Windows. Windows thinks I'm a grandma trying to check my email.
Do you want to know what you can do on Windows that you can't do on Linux?
What is that?
Play any fucking game you want.
I would say Windows does have that going for it, but that's about it. That is about all they got going for them.
On Linux, you better suck your toes. You want to play Hell Let Loose? Bend it over.
Not all community servers.
Yeah, but most community servers.
You want to play some Tarky with the boys? Nope, can't do it. Anything with BattleEye is going to look at you and be like...
That's just the anti-cheat. That's not... You got to get with your local game developer and stop telling them to use garbage anti-cheats. But that is all about...
I will agree, easy anti-cheat is pretty fucking
That is about all they got going for them, is the gaming. Oh, one thing I do miss. I had a couple updates. You don't have to restart your computer to update it on Linux. It just updates.
Or you could just set Windows up to update when you're asleep.
You can do that too. But then a lot of times it doesn't configure properly or whatever. You got to restart it anyway. Or you leave your computer running.
It sounds like you're just mad because you don't want to conform to the man.
Or the man could get better at what it's doing. I think Elon Musk should probably just buy Microsoft too.
I don't think he has the money.
Probably not. But he's actually planning on buying somewhere else. Yeah, I heard he's trying to buy out Chick-fil-A and keep them open on Sundays.
I would worship this man.
I would too.
I don't like some of the other stuff he does, but you keep Chick-fil-A open on Sundays?
Oh man. He's a hero.
My knees would have so much rug burn.
I have driven down like south to Seattle to pick up someone from the airport and be like, fuck yeah, I can get Chick-fil-A on the way home, only to realize it's Sunday. And my whole trip has felt wasted.
Pissed off.
God damn it! The only reason I agreed to this was because I could get Chick-fil-A.
There was one time, I kid you not, 6 Sundays in a row, I went to Chick-fil-A. I was so pissed.
Like, did you get there and it was like, what the fuck? There's no line.
Well, so if most of the time it's like I'm out on Sunday anyway doing something else, I'm like, I'm pretty hungry. I'll go get Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, God!
The Chick-fil-A is right over by...
It's like right there. It was always less than a mile.
Stores,
I was either at like Publix or Walmart or something getting something. I'm gonna go get some Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I was getting real pissed on like the 5th Sunday too. I'm like, man, this is like 5 Sundays in a row, man. What?
Just wait till sixth Sunday.
I was real pissed. I wanted them the 7th Sunday too, but then I remembered. I was like, oh, those heathens are closed.
Going to church.
I know what.
They got to go get more.
I've seen some of the people that work at Chick-fil-A. You ain't gonna convince me they're going to church.
Well, have you been to Chick-fil-A in the South?
No.
Oh,
if you come to my Chick-fil-A,
you went to this Chick-fil-A here. You didn't tell me there was not one godless heathen there.
I don't remember.
Okay.
You come to one of my Chick-fil-A's and say the Lord's name in vain, they're not giving you.
I don't know if you remember that pen that I had that whole trip, but
I do remember that pen.
Dude, we just gave it to Brooks to shut him up.
All I remember is going back one night. You ripped ass in the Airbnb, and me and Brooks standing outside for about 15 minutes. While you were in the back going, just snoring your ass off.
Dude, I remember one time he burped, and it was just straight, it smelled like Costco hot dog for like 10 minutes.
For that?
That was so nasty.
What might be worse
the time you're talking about
is if you throw up in your buddy's spare room under the rug.
No, you on the rug and then you push the rug under the bed so they can't find it.
I gotta hide the evidence.
He threw me in the bed that night. I was passed out. You can't say I pushed it under.
I literally threw you in. You were trying to fight that girl. You remember that?
She's probably being a bitch.
You were trying to fight You tried to fight Jaws. You tried to fight everybody.
You tried to fight people because you ate all of their chips.
You should have had more chips, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's that simple. Chips are for sharing.
You walk over there, sit in someone's lap, and just start eating their chips.
Yeah, man.
Moving on.
So, what do you guys think is the best pizza?
Like,
who makes the best pizza?
Coconut Kenny's.
I never heard of Coconut Kenny's.
Like, all right, so does it have to be like a national brand?
Okay, yeah. Okay, who out of the national brands makes the best pizza? Let's narrow it down.
Ooh.
You know, a lot of people seem to hate Pizza Hut.
It tastes like cardboard.
Yeah.
I never had Pizza Hut growing up, so sometimes I don't mind it. Like, but Papa John's is also, I don't know what it is. Every time that I'll get like pizza, like delivery pizza, a lot of the time I just like don't finish it. Either I'll eat like half. I'm like, oh cool, I got lunch tomorrow, and I just never eat it. It like sits in the fridge and then it just tastes weird the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Papa John's, I've never had that problem. Papa John's, I always eat it. It's always just as good the second day.
Are we talking about the companies or like other things they sell?
No, just the pizza that the company makes.
I'd probably go with Papa John's.
Papa John's? Really?
Dude,
maybe I gotta get in on Papa John's.
Dude, you get those fucking garlic cups? Dude, you get like... Dude, I get like 5 extra of those things.
What? You know...
Dude, I'm gonna have a heart attack by 30.
Well,
goals.
I can understand that.
But if we were talking other things they sold, Domino's.
Domino's does sell good accessories.
Domino's has good secondary dishes. Pizza Hut has okay secondary dishes.
I don't know.
Papa John's kind of mid.
It was one of you two that got me hooked on pasta bowls. I think it was
me.
That was you?
The bread bowl?
Yep.
Oh yeah, no.
You know who got me? You know who got me hooked on those? Kyler. Remember Kyler?
God damn.
Yeah, he was like, I went over to his place one time and he's like, dude, trust me, do it. And I got myself a chicken Alfredo bread bowl. Holy shit, dude! My life has never been the same.
You know, I'm gonna have to make a controversial statement here, right?
I'm gonna have to fight you.
Are you about to say Little Caesars?
Little Caesars is the
I'm
best
gonna
pizza.
fucking
It's just that
fight
simple.
you.
It is that
I
simple.
don't hate Little Caesars. It doesn't claim, you know, you get what you for $8 or whatever
It's
for a large.
It's $5.50 here.
Oh, they brought the prices up. I think here. Let me.
Jeez. It is
I will say,
$5.50 here. Not only does it taste better than Domino's, at least just like a normal. I would say like the Domino's barbecue pizza is probably better, but
Your chicken, yeah.
But I tell you what, just like normal pizza, Little Caesars all the way.
All right, let's see. A normal classic pepperoni at Little Caesars, $7.99 here.
Jeez.
For like the
Like a hot and ready.
good one. Yeah, the good one, the one that has like more pepperoni
Oh, the extra
or whatever.
most bestest?
That one, $8.99.
Okay. Oh, jeez. No, it's still $5.50 here.
But regardless, like $10 is not that bad because I think like what is a large pizza?
What does Domino's charge?
Let's see.
How much was the extra bestest pepperoni up there?
$8.99.
$6.55 down here. Classic.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Dude,
I was gonna say it's only $1 more here.
Down there.
Yeah.
It's $1 more here too. It's $7.99 for the regular, $8.99.
It's $6.50 here.
If you want the extra most bestest stuffed crust, $11.99. 5 meat feast.
Don't be getting any of that stuff. Just go to Little Caesars. Not only that, it's the only pizza place where you can just pull up and pick up a pizza.
This is true.
I don't know how any other company hasn't just decided, let's just sell pizzas. You don't got to order them.
Keep them on deck?
Yeah, just, hey, keep a couple pepperonis on deck because someone's going to come through and want one. Who's the genius?
If not, what does it really cost us?
It doesn't take rocket appliances. Every company, we'll keep a couple Big Macs, we'll keep a couple McChickens because people are going to come through, they're going to buy them. We'll make a big thing of fries because people are going to come through and buy them. Pizza companies? No, if you want a pepperoni pizza, you better order that thing custom. Except for Little Caesars.
Having like a burger on deck, you got sauces in there, then the bread's going to get all soggy.
Do you know how long McDonald's is allowed to keep the burgers on deck before they throw them away?
How long?
5 minutes.
All right.
I think they could circumnavigate this problem if they didn't sauce them up. And then when someone was ready, like they rolled up like, hey, I want a Big Mac, and they just
Patrick, how long at Burger King could you keep them on deck?
Ooh.
Oh, how long could we, or how long?
How long are you supposed to keep them on deck? Not how long did you?
So we don't like pre-make sandwiches, because when we were like really good, it took me like 30 seconds to make a Whopper, not even.
Okay.
What we did, you make the meat, and there's like these warming. There's like a big picture, like you know those toolboxes that have like a little slide out drawer.
I see those at McDonald's all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they have all of those, and you got ones for your Whopper meat, your little burger meat, and you got on the other side, you know, your chicken nuggets, your chicken fries, your chicken patty, whatever. And that each product has its own slot, and it has its own timer that is.
So you just make a crap load, and then you dump them in there, and
product specific, yeah. Okay. Well, and sometimes there's like a computer system that tells you like, okay, it's 4 p.m. so dinner rush is, dinner is going to be starting soon. So make 10 patties now, and according to the 10 years of data, they're going to be used. So yeah, there's a whole science to it, like so you know how much you should have at any time.
Do you want to know how long a Little Caesars hot and ready can sit in their warmer?
They do have the warmers too, yeah.
45 minutes.
I would say that they're still probably good too.
Oh, when I worked there in high school, we would keep them in there for.
Dude, I remember you would come home sometimes, like we would have like a party, and you would roll up with like a stack. You'd be like, "Yeah, we just made
you worked
too
at
many."
Little Caesars?
Yeah, I did in high school.
I didn't even know that.
Junior year, I think, right? Yeah, we could drive. I remember we could drive.
Because I worked there when I went to BTC. Because that's how I afforded getting college. But no, I would leave, and they would have about 9-10 pizzas just sitting there, and they're like, "We're gonna throw these away," and like the 3 staff members that are there would just grab pizzas and ditch.
Yeah, it
That's
was
why
sick.
I don't like eating Little Caesars anymore because I would just.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you a pass.
I mean,
I
I
also
still don't mind. I've eaten a lot
like.
of Little Caesars in my day.
I will still eat it, but if I'm like, damn, I want pizza, I'm not gonna go to Little Caesars and
They're the
get it.
only way.
That makes
You're
sense.
gonna order one custom?
I would order a custom one.
Jeez, even if it's just a normal pizza, you can't get a plain pizza.
Not from
Tell
Little
me
Caesars.
Domino's. Oh, Domino's. Hey, you just have some plain pizza lying around to sell me?
Real
What's
quick,
that?
speaking of that, I googled or not googled. I looked up with taxes. A large pepperoni at Domino's, 16.85.
Yeah, Domino's is pretty. That I think
So like
if I pick up here, it's like $9.99.
1.5, almost actually double the price, basically,
Yeah.
of the large Little Caesars. And I know it's like a little bit bigger, so their size and stuff like that. But like,
How much is it?
bruh, you could get 2 Little Caesars pizzas for the price of one
Let me see
Domino's.
the price of a Domino's pizza here.
Minos.
At least they're closed. Give me a second.
So the
Yeah, I
way I
had to
look at
like.
it is if I'm going to a party and like they're like, hey, pick up some pizzas, I'm going to Little Caesars.
Oh yeah, I've done that, and I'll spend if I'm the one that's in charge of that, I'll spend $45 and I'll get like 5 pizzas and a couple things of breadsticks and
So
fucking call it a day.
while I was
And I
exploring their
just fed
website,
8 people.
yeah, while I was exploring their website, they have stuffed crazy bread now.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, I just had some of that the other day. It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's good.
So the part that gets me is I know how they apply the
The
sauces to those,
sauce, I don't even
and
care, dude.
Yeah, I
I
don't care
think
either.
about it, I'm like, ugh. It's a fucking paintbrush in a butter tub.
Oh, I have a free pizza.
Oh,
Damn, send it my way.
I don't
yeah,
know.
give me a pizza. I make thumbnails, pay me in pizza.
I was thinking about getting pizza today, but I was like, man, Domino's is expensive. I don't want to drive all the way to Little Caesars.
I had grilled
Yeah,
cheese.
and whenever you get like I got enough points for one, it's like, all right, well, I'm not just gonna get a pizza. Like now that it's free,
That too.
now I'm gonna get some wings or some fucking
You know,
breadsticks or a sandwich or something. Like,
you know what I started doing to avoid all that? I will
Uber Eats.
only use my free pizza at work. That way I have to
Um,
drive there. I will get my free pizza, and that's all I'm getting because I'm not gonna. If I get all the other stuff, I'm gonna viddle a little bit, store some of it in the fridge, come back to it later, But I'm not
yep,
gonna do all that while I'm at work. I'm just gonna get my pizza, eat like most of it, and then eat the rest on the way home.
right.
You just leave it in your passenger seat, and then when you get off work, you're like, oh, sweet, road snacks.
No, I normally bring it in and eat it in work, like at a break room table or whatever. But
I had an epiphany about road snacks now. You could just get a Little Caesars pizza and have them. You know how they can cut it up into a bunch of little squares?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't expect any service at all from Little Caesars. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think
It's
the thin crust one they cut into small squares, I believe. Which, by the way, the thin crust at Little Caesars is not terrible.
Hmm.
it's called party style. That's the cutting. But if you were going on a road trip, you just go get like a pepperoni, have them cut it up like that, and just keep that on your passenger seat. That would be a
Bold
could
of
just
you
buy
to
it.
assume that I can't just eat a slice
Yeah,
of pizza.
I can. I'll just buy a pizza.
I'm gonna be honest.
There you
I've eaten
go.
enough pizza in my day that I am fully capable of driving,
Yeah.
and I'm very capable of driving with my knees if
Yeah.
need be.
I
So
promise you, I have driven by. I got a Little Caesars on my way to work. Probably like twice a month, I will just buy a hot and ready and just eat it on the way to work. I don't need any.
My
special-
car has lane assist. I don't even need
Oh,
to
jeez.
keep my hands up, dude. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I do this.
Mm-hmm.
FBI, but
I've got.
also,
Does your car have heated seats, Patrick?
yeah, it does not have cooled seats, however, which is something I would like to have, but it does have heated seats.
It has heating in it, not coolant.
Yeah.
I recently discovered something very useful about heated seats.
They can
Is
keep
it
your
for heating
food
food?
warm.
Yep.
Yep, believe me.
I was driving home with some food and I put them on my passenger seat. I'm like, this shit's gonna be cold when I get home. I was like, wait a minute. Turn the heat up on the passenger side, point the vents at it, turn on the heat warmer.
The heat warmer? The
Heat
seat
warmer. Yeah, the seat warmer.
Yeah, it's it's $15.75 for a large here.
Is that with tax and everything?
That's without tax, but I wasn't counting the Little Caesars with tax.
Oh, okay.
So
I guess it's probably about the same here then.
It's triple the price. Or almost triple the price, a little under triple. Very disappointing.
Moving on.
Speaking of Little Caesars, have you guys fucked with the deep dish?
I have.
I did.
They're pretty good.
Dude, it's pretty good. Do they have the
The lunch
$5
deal?
like lunch deal? Yeah.
They do.
That
They do.
was
But it's
smoking deal.
I work I work at later than most people, so that deal's already done and gone by the time I would even get there, because that ends at like 1 or 12 or something.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
leave for
some
work at
days
2.
I'm like, yeah, dude, it's a solid. You get it's fucking solid, man. Get that drink, you get that pizza, $5.
Yeah. All right.
I remember working there. We would always have like because it was border town. You always have the buses of travelers. That's all they would order. You'd have like 15 people coming in trying to get the lunch special.
Oh, jeez.
Well, no, because you can make a deep dish. Because the trays had
2 lunch specials.
Yeah. So when we saw the bus roll up, we would just spam out a bunch of like pepperoni and cheese ones, and then whatever didn't sell, we ate.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw this tweet. You know who sent me this tweet the other day?
Oh, who
Darth.
was it?
Brooks.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know I'm actually in this video? I'm wearing a green shirt. I'm on the left-hand side of the screen.
Go fuck yourself.
Watch. Oh, look.
Okay, well, can I explain it before we get into it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a college league esports event, right? And so this guy who's about to get up and cause a scene has been banned before.
Are you playing the video?
I'm going to show people the video before. I'll let you guys know when I start the video, but I'm going to explain this. They're looking at the start of it right now. So this guy here, he's about to get up, make a scene. He's just basically screaming and shit talking, and he is getting banned for this. But he's been suspended before for like teabagging and shooting dead bodies and stuff like that. So I'm about to play the video. 3, 2, 1, go. This guy in the middle right here.
What did he say? Get the fuck out of my what?
It kind of gets...
Yeah, that's me right there, the green shirt.
I kind of thought that too. I saw that guy. I was like, oh, that looks a little bit... So this... Okay, hold on, it's still going.
It would never happen. Make the series final!
Alright.
They're playing World War II.
So, I don't want to say that's normal, right? But that happens from time to time. If there's like a team you got beef with, that's a normal reaction. Yeah, especially if it comes down close, you know? That's pretty average if it's like a team you don't like.
Finisher!
Yeah, exactly. I've been to an MLG event in my day, and that was pretty average, right?
Didn't you get told to calm down? Didn't they tell you to calm down? I thought you told me about that.
I think they did, because I was trying to hype my team up or whatever, so I was like screaming. We weren't doing that good, but I was trying to like get in their head or whatever, you know, get all psychological against them. I did get told that, hey man, you need to calm it down. I guess I would make a little bit of a scene. And this guy's, him and his team got banned from that college event. Now I imagine at sporting events and other competitive events, people are also screaming at each other. They don't like each other, you know? Do you guys think that him and his team getting banned, is a fair reaction, knowing that he has been suspended in the past?
I feel like if you've been suspended, like it's being suspended is like kind of like a big warning. Like, hey, don't.
It was for something else though. It was for like teabagging and shooting bodies in game.
But for unsportsmanlike conduct?
Yeah, because you know,
isn't that kind of what screaming and yelling also is? It's unsportsmanlike conduct.
You got a point.
So yeah, you get I'm just saying, like, and even if I get popped for one thing, it doesn't matter what I get popped, you know what it is. I'm gonna be on my best behavior for everything. I'm gonna be pinkies out, fucking back straight, fucking everything.
I don't know. I saw you in that video there. You weren't really.
Yeah, you were.
Well, yeah,
late.
but see, I
getting in
haven't got popped for anything yet, so I can do as much as I want.
So that's why you play Rust.
Yeah.
You think that's fair though?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I get like
Because this seems pretty normal to me. Like, have you seen it? Like, even at Call of Duty events, they're going wild.
yeah, and so
Like the
I
world
think
champions are yelling at each other.
I can understand that maybe that is the normal, but maybe that doesn't. You know, there's no improvement in trying to make the community better and in trying to make something more professional if there isn't if they just let people scream at each other like fucking apes.
That happens at every sporting event I've ever been to.
Yeah, but maybe we don't want to be that. We want to be.
It's run by a college, though. Have you been to a college sporting game?
No,
I think you can relate like a football game to esports.
You don't think so?
No.
It's no, and that's the thing. Like they want to be taken seriously, and they want this to be a professional.
Can we clarify who's they?
The whole organization. They want
the college.
We're talking about the whole idea of professional gaming and all of this. You want to be taken seriously. You want to be. I don't know. It just
we want to look more professional so that when esports is like moving its way to a bigger stage, they're not like, oh, these guys are just like the fucking football players. We don't want them around. We want to be invited to places.
Okay.
Football teams have already been established for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite that, but watch League of Legends or something. These guys aren't fucking screaming at each other like fucking apes.
Mm-hmm.
They're in their game doing their fucking thing, and then at the end, they'll get up, they'll celebrate a little bit if they win, but they're not, fuck you stupid fuck. Yeah, they're not. They don't do that.
Yeah.
I think
it's just like it's not needed. You don't need to do that. This isn't Modern Warfare 2 anymore. You don't get to just screech at each other and fling shit just because that's how we've always done it. Yeah, well, just because that's how we've always done it doesn't mean that's how we're always going to do it. And the only way to make, to set that precedent in the future is by punishing these people that don't understand that.
I think there's a very big difference between like being very excited you won and
just flinging shit.
Yeah, turning around and like cussing out this other team and telling them they're fucking dog shit.
I'm gonna have to disagree because that's how it gets entertaining, right? Is people they become rivals and then they play each other. You're like, oh man, fucking the shit slingers and monkey wrench.
Yeah, but have some fucking class when you do it.
Like there's literally riots in baseball games.
Okay, but we're not baseball.
Yeah, we don't want to be like that.
I think if you want to grow and get bigger, you got to have rivalries, and sometimes there's conflict.
When we do have that, it's just on a different basis. Gamers go to like Twitter and start shit.
He's right,
Oh, I'm gonna have to disagree because the best moments are gonna come from events like this when people. I mean, no one's fighting. Obviously, if they're fighting, I would say you can't fight each other. But if you want to scream at each other, you're not hurting anything.
Okay, so say you host an event. It's your venue. You have one group come in. They do their competition. They win. They do the little excited, like cool. Event goes well, and then you have another group come in that starts some shit.
What does that mean?
Crowd. They start screaming at each other. They cuss out. The crowd gets involved because you're gonna have that crowd that's sided. One is for blue team.
What do you mean
one is
getting
for
involved?
red.
Do they also yell?
They're gonna start picking. They're gonna side with their team that they're there for.
Yelling? But what do you mean?
Let me fucking finish, you animal. God damn. So, you have your two teams, blue, red. Blue wins, red cusses them out because they didn't like how they did their shit. You have blue team audience, red team audience. They're going to start butting heads because they're spectating butting heads because we're humans and we fucking do dumb shit like that. So then it takes one idiot to punch another idiot. And your venue's getting fucked up because now there's a big riot inside. Are you going to want those guys to come back? Or are you going to want the team that was civilized?
Well, look, like I said before, if you want to yell at each other, that's fine. I don't care if you yell at each other. But I said if you hit each other, that's a problem. I already said that.
Okay, but that's what they do at sporting events.
Okay, and then people get banned at sporting events.
Yeah. But
I'm asking about if it's fair to ban someone for yelling.
I mean, it's the first step before it gets into blows.
And then
Also,
stop.
like, I think if they're like, "Hey, don't yell," and he's like, "Ah," and then they're like, "You're banned," and then they're like, "Okay, you can come back." Hey, don't yell, and he's like, "Fuck you!" Like that. Yeah, absolutely. You should.
Yeah.
So just no yelling. It's got to be a library in there.
It doesn't need to be a library, but like.
There's a difference between yelling.
Regardless of the first ban or not, the fact that he received a ban and then was continuing to do the thing that he was then previously banned for, just
if I get my license taken away for running over 30 children.
Okay, he did that.
Well, it's not that.
And then a month later, they give me my license back. I could do it again.
No, it's not quite like that. Like,
he wasn't that extreme on his first ban, and then he took it a little further, doing something slightly different.
Regardless, my license gets suspended for speeding, and then they reinstate my license. I'm gonna be fucking driving like an angel.
Yeah.
For the record, I will not run over 30 children.
Yeah, too late. You already said it.
Yeah.
Well, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, I don't particularly. I think this is just a lot more about the guy and the fact that I don't know this guy, but in my opinion, that's just kind of stupid. Like I said, you get banned for doing something, and then you come back and just keep doing it. Like you're pretty fucking dumb. So maybe don't do that, and maybe figure it out. It's not that deep.
Well, I don't think he was doing the same thing. Like it's not. They're not
It's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it's if you have an unsportsmanlike conduct charge, even if it was for shooting.
That's in the game. This is out of the game.
It's still
unsportsmanlike conduct.
You should know how to act around other people and in a public setting.
That's how people act in a public setting that's competitive.
It shouldn't be. Why does it have to be though? Because that's how it's always been.
Because when rivalries form, people get upset.
Sure, but so you can't act civilized just because you're upset.
I mean, they're just yelling. They're not hurting anything.
Yeah. So you sure.
Is that hurting anything? You can't. What's wrong with yelling?
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's wrong to yell.
Why do you need to yell though? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, you don't need to do a lot of things, but people do a lot of things.
Yeah, but so why do it?
Tell me the reason. Because it's an escape from reality, and I don't have to think about my sad life.
Okay, well, that's what he's doing.
No, he's not. He's yelling at other people.
And I
don't yell at other people.
I mean, you can see in the comments some people remembering from the greatest moments in Call of Duty history. Look at my bank account. You're watching me play. Sit down, old man. These are all times when the games got heated because there was rivalries going on, and people made memories of them years down the line. I mean, that was like 10 years ago that happened, and people are quoting it in the tweet thread because it was such a great event, and people remember those things for years and years because it's a storyline that builds up over months, and then it finally goes down. It finally comes to a head at your event that people will remember from years. I still remember UMG Philadelphia because it was after when Killa left Farico, and then he had to play Farico at UMG Philadelphia. I can tell you all that 10 years later because it was one of the greatest moments ever in Call of Duty history.
Times have changed. The gaming community has gotten significantly bigger. Esports has gotten significantly bigger. So should we not grow as players and not be scum of the earth anymore?
You think it's scummy to yell at people?
We're comparing it to old Call of Duty lobby.
That's literally the world stage of Call of Duty. That's not like some rando Call of Duty lobby.
So I think that a lot of it is, this guy did not need. It wasn't necessary. He didn't need to. They won the game, right? Him and his team, they won, and then he's.
I mean,
you got fucked up. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. I don't think it's not. I understand that. Oh, that's part of gaming, and people get excited, but it is not necessary to do that, and it's not. There's no need for that. Take your fucking W. Hey, good games, guys. Thanks for playing. But whatever. You don't need to be an asshole about it. That's what this guy's doing. He's acting like a child. He's being an ass. Like, I get that he's passionate, and this is a thing that he's, really, really passionate about, as it's very fucking obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no need to act like a fucking monkey because you won the game. Like, you don't need to shit on people when you win. I win video games all the fucking time. I love playing video games. And you know what? I don't fucking scream, get fucking raw. Well, sometimes I do actually, but that's when the other guys are being toxic.
Yeah.
Be toxic back.
I get that's different, yeah.
But yeah, I am never the one to initiate things.
Mm-hmm. My main thing,
if the other people are being civil about it, whatever. I'm not gonna actually give them the handshake because it's a video game. But even if I'm playing Magic,
yeah,
I'm not. Oh yeah, you got fucking stomped, idiot. I'll say, hey, thanks for the games, man. Have a good luck with the rest of your tournament. Pick up my stuff and leave. And they might tilt off a little bit, and I fucking should have won that, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, man, it happens to the best of us. But there's no need to be an asshole, and that's what this guy's doing, in my opinion.
My main thing is that it's a college who's running it, right? And it's like, if you walk into one basketball game, you're going to hear way worse than that. And this only lasted like 40 seconds. That's what I was upset about.
You would hear that exact thing at a basketball game.
A college basketball game?
You can hear it anyway, because I don't know what these fucking saying.
Everyone's fucking yelling at those things.
Well, they're usually
especially
yelling
if
at
Philadelphia
the
is involved.
We don't bring Philly into this. We don't want those people here.
It looks like they're playing. Why is that guy behind him playing League?
I saw that too. I was kind of like, what the fuck?
This is like a LAN center. It's like by your house, George. Not by your house, but it's.
I know that one we went to.
No. This is. Brooks sent me this link. Let me send it. Or Brooks sent me this tweet. Let me send it to you. Where is he?
If it is what I think it is, because I know UNT has one. They have like a video, like a media arts center where you can go in and they have a bunch of really nice gaming PCs set up and anyone can use them. Well, as long as you're a student there, you can use them.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if this is like a public event where it's just like you can come in and play games, but also we have this tournament going on, he definitely deserved to get banned. Because if it's not everyone playing in the tournament that's there, like Homeboy sitting there playing League, he's just trying to unwind after his SATs or whatever the fuck they do in college. Learn shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck you, guy. You're ruining the environment that everybody else is trying to enjoy. Homeboy's just trying to main mid. Well, two gorillas have a screaming match with each other.
He's just trying to fuck on some dudes as Teemo.
Yeah. He's playing the real toxic game.
Well, you guys, hold on. You guys were just talking about, they don't do that in League of Legends. In League of Legends, everyone's so damn civilized.
I'm not just saying League of Legends. I think that in general that there's no. I guess I did use that as an example, but there's no. I think it's unnecessary.
I would agree it's unnecessary. Is it worth banning someone over though? I don't think so.
I don't know, especially after they already warned him. They didn't even warn him. They for it. That is just so like mind-boggling to me. The fact that you receive a punishment for something and continue to do it and expect that nothing is going to happen. But he did something different.
You keep saying he continued to do it. He didn't continue to do it. He did something else.
It's an unsportsmanlike conduct for the first band. What he is doing in that video is
he's acting like an ass, and then he is continuing to act like an ass. He's thinking, maybe if I act like a jackass this way instead of that way, maybe I won't get in trouble. Like, who the psych, bitch, you thought? It doesn't work like that.
It may have been
the college running it. Everything else runs like that.
And that doesn't matter if so because
you don't find it ironic at all.
Sure, but they get to choose how they want to run things, and if they don't want their video game team to be fucking screeching like monkeys, then you know what? That's what they get to fucking do. You know why? Because they pay for it.
Okay.
Actually, that looks like a pretty
it doesn't matter what
room.
It is. If my boss tells me, "Hey, I need you. I know you're doing this. I need you to go do that now," I say, "Yes, sir. I'll go do that." I might not be happy about it, but that's what I'm fucking doing now.
It's not hard to follow rules, especially if you've already been.
Especially assuming this guy is on a college team, so he's presumably
Yeah.
getting some kind of financial aid or support from the college. You know, he's presumably on some kind of a scholarship. If these guys are literally paying for his school and they say, hey, we don't want you to scream like that anymore, or we don't want you to act like a jackass on Call of Duty, and you continue to do it, like, you deserve anything that fucking comes to you. I have no sympathy for this guy.
Moving on.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
I guess so.
I got a deal alert for everyone.
Ooh.
Good deal alert. The Razer and Zoo smart glasses have gone on sale. They were $200. Now they're just $60.
Is that because they're shit?
I think it's. If I had to guess, it's probably because they're coming out with a newer version. Is my bet.
So, what are the features of these things?
So
I'm looking at them.
long story short, they come with blue light, and then they also come as sunglasses, with interchangeable lenses. You can get your prescription ones put in if that's
Which
your
one are the
style.
sunglasses? The square
They come
frame?
with lenses that you can swap
Oh,
out
and you.
as you need them.
Oh. Let me wear my Racer sunglasses out to the beach.
Well, the main thing is like you can listen to audio, and other people around you can't hear it.
Ooh.
Now, if you like crank them way up, obviously people nearby can hear it. But like it looks like you're just wearing glasses, and if you keep the volume reasonable, only you're hearing it, and it doesn't look like you have headphones in because they kind of look like
because they're just like pushing the sound into your ear
they
rather
look
than
big, you know. So maybe in a couple years people will realize what they are as these become more common, but they just kind of look like glasses to most people if they don't know what they're looking for.
So they're not on sale.
Where are you looking at?
The Razer website.
You got to go on Amazon. It said on Amazon.
Okay. I'm not gonna purchase them because.
I'm seriously considering. So for $200, I would not purchase them, but $60, that seems like a pretty good deal.
Because I know they're gonna upcharge putting a prescription in them.
Oh, are you putting your prescription in them?
I would have to.
You pay someone else to do that. That's not like that's a flat rate.
Yeah, this is you just bringing your frames and
yeah.
then them putting the lenses in.
Yeah, that's not.
Presumably, I don't have
I know
glasses, that's my guess.
I know that they recommend a service to do it, but you don't have to do that. Any eye place can do that.
The company that I get my glasses from to put in a blue light filter was like $5, and to polarize them was like another 10, but I just got a blue light filter. They don't have speakers, but I also don't want to have to charge my glasses.
I mean, that's fair. I could understand not wanting to charge glasses. The only reason I wear a smartwatch is because I got a Garmin, and you only have to charge it once a month. If I had to charge it every day, I would not wear it.
I have to charge my Samsung smartwatch probably like once a week.
I think
do you like turn it on when you go to the gym, or?
Yeah.
How often do you guys use your smartwatch for stuff?
It's mostly for keeping track of calories, and
mine varies.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, because I can't wear a watch or anything at where I'm working, but I'm potentially new position soon where I presumably will because it's an office setting and I'll be allowed to have a watch and things like that. So
it's useful then because you like if I have an OtterBox case on my phone and it's rubber, so sometimes it's a fight to get it out of my pocket, and if I just want to check a text message, I just flick my wrist
at your watch.
Yeah,
and I can reply to it there too.
Is the keyboard like? Does it just pop up a really tiny keyboard?
Or I can just talk to mine.
On mine, it's got like some quick replies.
Okay.
Like if you just, if it's something common most of the time.
Yeah, because like that's one thing that I think about, but I'm like, ooh, I got big fingers, the little tiny screen. Like, is that really even worth my time? But okay.
But I can also use mine because I have wireless earbuds. I can use it to change the song that I'm listening to or turn up the volume. And I often just leave like lately when I go to the grocery store, I'll leave my phone in my car. Like I don't need it in there. So if I have my watch on and I get a phone call, I can answer it on my watch.
You can keep your shopping list in the phone?
I have a brain.
Dang.
I don't even do that. I put the list on my phone.
I
don't
put the
even-
list on my phone and I only get what's on the list.
I most of the time do that, but sometimes I'll get a couple other things because I'll be
My
like, "Oh, I was thinking about that too, but I didn't put it on."
my
I
exception
will. Go
my
ahead.
exception is
Little
if
Caesar's Pizza
no, it's
on the way home.
if I say like, "Oh, I'm making this," but like I forget an ingredient, I'll get that.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
what like. Oh, obviously I need onions
Yeah,
for
like, "Oh, I forgot onions to make
nachos
whatever."
or fucking
So,
whatever.
I'm
Yeah,
not going to come
Yep.
back. But everything else, I better come back for it.
I will say I don't go to the grocery store as much because I have HelloFresh.
Okay.
So that if I go to the grocery store, I'm going for like snack materials and beverages.
how much is the? I always forget. I know it's like says how much. It's just for you and your partner, right?
Correct.
How much do you guys pay like a month?
80.
$80 a month, and so you get what? Like how many meals do you get with that?
I get about 4 meals a week.
Oh, that's it?
Hmm.
That's all. It's like it's
Oh,
dinners.
Yeah, so
okay.
4 dinners. That's not too bad for $80. $20 a meal. How much do you have? Is there like leftovers, or is that like just enough for the two of you?
It's enough for the two of us,
I
which
guess
is
I'm looking at it
like
here, and it's not too
it's.
bad. Oh yeah, $85 on their website for
So I have the issue
4 meals.
of I'm not a big fan of leftovers when I know I can have a hot meal.
That makes sense.
So if I don't have any leftovers, perfect.
Like you don't make extra for like lunch at work the next day?
No,
Hmm.
I don't
Well, you
like.
just go out to
I
eat or
like,
what?
or I make a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Bring a sandwich.
One sandwich? Or like three?
I one.
One? You're a
I
big
don't think I
boy.
could eat 3 sandwiches.
What do you make,
I
a
I
don't
sub?
usually
eat.
have two
No,
sandwiches because I have two lunches.
I don't. I try not to eat that much anymore, just because like I don't like eating till I'm full. Because if I'm full, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, you're just really sluggish and
Yeah,
feel
that's
gross.
true.
And sometimes I just don't eat lunch. I'll have my Huel for breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
and then move on to whatever I'm making for dinner.
Okay.
Do you get to pick the Do you get to pick the meals on HelloFresh, or is it do you just kind of it's like a set? How does it work?
You do get to pick your meals,
But
and
is it from like
it
a set group for the week or something?
yeah, it rotates. But I think
Mhm.
the last time I like actually went in and like told them what I wanted, there's like 40 options.
Any favorites? I'm just curious.
Um, My favorite, I really like the burgers because they actually like the meat that they send is a surprisingly good quality and they're easy. Actually, no, my favorite is this what do they call it? It's a baked chicken dish. So you get carrots and potatoes for your sides, cut them up, cover them in oil, toss them in before everything else. You get chicken, and it comes with special seasoning packets. You put your seasoning, your breadcrumbs, and some other stuff into a bowl, mix it all together. Put a thin layer of mayonnaise on the chicken, and then sprinkle the seasoning on it. Bake it, and it comes out delicious.
Dude, I'm just trying to remember how we even got to this topic. I was like, are we talking about
I don't.
gaming glasses?
Yeah, I don't know how we got
I
here.
was like, we were talking about you left your phone in the car to go shopping. We're like, oh, we make a list on our phone.
Groceries.
And then he starts talking about HelloFresh.
He said he only goes to the grocery store for snacks because he has the HelloFresh.
I was like, did Patrick start? I don't remember if he started, man.
I don't think so, but I'm
out. That's all I got. I just got that deal on Amazon going on. It seems like a pretty good deal. I might scoop it.
All right, well, I got a couple. Let me see. Where's
you thought you had a good deal? I stepped in with the non-sponsored HelloFresh.
Dude, all right. So speaking of, all right. So I actually have a. So you remember last week, Jordan, when you recommended the Darknet Diaries podcast?
Oh, really good, yeah.
Yeah. So I was listening to an episode today. About this guy who created this tool called Metasploit. Okay, yep. I listened to that episode today, and how he this is like the hacking tool for penetrative testing, and it's just ridiculous that this guy he's a fucking a pioneer of all of this and all these like shitty things that other people were doing to him because they didn't like what he was doing. You know, all of this stuff. It's ridiculous, but yeah, I thought it was super interesting. It was really, really, really good listen, but it just kind of reminded me, that no, I don't claim to be an expert, so I will definitely not promise results here. But I just wanted to, there is one way that letting all these hackers, making things a lot more difficult for all these hackers.
Yeah. What's that?
ExpressVPN, actually.
Oh, ExpressVPN.
Yeah, do you guys actually know that the Archives podcast is sponsored by ExpressVPN? Basically, ExpressVPN encrypts your internet access and provides an anonymous IP address so you can browse the internet securely.
Someone actually wants to pay us to do a thing?
Yeah, with all the security issues created by hackers, like people using Metasploit and all the censorship and the ISPs spying on your activity, your online security has never been more threatened. ExpressVPN provides an easy-to-use service that protects your online activity. Don't risk your online safety and get the VPN service we use and trust using the link below.
Got him.
Yeah,
probably be using ExpressVPN. Don't want people to come over with Metasploit and take you out.
For real.
Also, don't want your channel to get hacked and have some dude upload a really weird video that did surprisingly well.
Dude, that was before we were using ExpressVPN.
Seriously, that was actually me just practicing for this week.
Yeah, you're probably
just yeah. What's it called? So we've all played Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
At one point in time.
We all got decently into it for a little bit, didn't we?
We did. Yeah.
We did.
Was that just me? I don't remember.
No, I remember that.
We all played.
So you guys are familiar with not the scoreboard system. That's what I want to say. How you get the medals for different, damage, healing, time on objective, whatever, right?
I need healing.
Well, in Overwatch 2, they're coming out with an actual scoreboard. It's going to show your kills, assists, your deaths, your damage, and your healing, and it's going to show you and the enemy team. What do you guys think about this?
I like it. I mean, I think more data is better. I don't like it when developers hide data behind you. Because I know there's some games where they count kills and assists. And assists is just I shot someone one time and then someone else did the rest of the work.
Yeah, if you were involved in the kill at all.
Yeah, and it's 4 people got this one assist. And then, one guy got the kill, but you don't know who because they count as the same. That's kind of frustrating. Or it'll hide your deaths from everyone. It's you look at the scoreboard, you don't see anyone's deaths. Kind of important in a game of team deathmatch or something like that, where literally all you gotta do is not die,
bro, you literally just gave them this chopper gunner. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Or someone's got 20 kills and you're down, 10 points in a game of TDM. You're like, hey man, can you just sit in a corner for 3 minutes?
I think it'll help if there's more data to tell me how terrible I'm doing. I might actually be able to I need to improve in not dying. I'm gonna go hide in the corner with a shotgun. Give me my AA-12 and plop me in a corner. Moving on.
Yeah, I just saw that and I thought that was kind of a neat new thing.
Yeah, I would like to see my negative stats as well as those of my teammates. I don't need to see the enemy; they can,
Yeah, I
I
don't
need to
really care
rag on
about how
them too
they.
much, but
I don't want to yell at them in a public area and get a nice, tasty, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Get the ban hammer.
Yeah.
welcome to Ban World, buddy.
Admins ban anyone who's yelling in the LAN center. Last one for me. You guys know about the Bethesda launcher shutting down?
I do. I heard about that.
Yeah. So when that happens, let's see here. It says
I don't think I've ever used the Bethesda launcher.
I want to say it said it was like May 11th or something. So it's in like 2 weeks from time of recording this. A little under 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah, the Bethesda launcher is just it's being phased out. You can transfer your games over to Steam. There's ways to do that. There's a whole step-by-step guide online. But also with that, there's a couple of games from Bethesda that are now being put onto Steam for free.
I saw that.
I didn't look at any of the games that were coming onto it.
A couple. Looks like 2003, the first-person shooter Wolfenstein: Enemy Territory. As well as Elder Scrolls Arena. That's the first one, I believe, right?
I've heard very good things about it.
Is it?
It
might be a side game, and you could be right.
Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall.
I heard about that one.
And Elder Scrolls Legend Battles and Elder Scrolls Adventure Redguard. Oh no, sorry, the last three. Oh wait, hold on. So, Elder Scrolls Arena and Daggerfall are free, and Wolfenstein is also free. But Battlespire and Redguard are $5 each, rather. So just to clear that up.
When did Elder Scroll? So I'm looking at Elder Scrolls Arena.
Came out
right
in
now.
1994. It was released for MS-DOS.
Is this the first game?
And the first original IP developed by Bethesda Softworks. Looks like.
You probably okay.
It actually doesn't look like a terrible game.
And then 1996, Elder Scrolls 2 came out.
I was actually looking at Arena, and that map is like massive. Like I think they said it would take like, I don't know, something ridiculous, like 6 weeks to walk across it.
Really?
Because it was just like procedurally generated. They just made it up like a Minecraft world,
Damn.
So it was like huge.
Huge.
Exactly. But I think it's just a lot of walking through nothing.
I'm looking at the some of the comments. It hasn't ported over well. Like a lot of I'm seeing a lot of issues with controls.
Mm-hmm.
Like Alt F4 is a control, and not with a. Hey, you'll do better if you press Alt F4 this match.
Oh yeah, the first review to-do list, remap the keys. There's a mod here that does that for you.
Have you guys ever played Morrowind?
I have.
No. I'm gonna get some flack here. The only Elder Scrolls game I've ever played is Skyrim.
Boo.
Yeah.
I know Oblivion and Morrowind were very good, but Oblivion was just slightly before my time. You got to remember, I didn't get an Xbox until like 6th grade, 7th grade.
I was actually gonna say, right? I played it last year. It's not as good as I remembered. I played it when I was
Oblivion?
Morrowind.
Oh, okay.
So I played it when I was, I don't know, on like the original Xbox at my buddy's house. I didn't know what I was doing. I was in like 2nd grade. I was just going around punching guards or whatever. So I was like, okay, let me go back as like a reasonable person now and try and play the game, right? And it is not good. At least if you're going to go back and play it, right? Because I was interested in playing a game where like there's no hand holding at all. You got to remember things. You got to read. You got to solve puzzles. And I'm like, oh, this looks like a good adventure for me, right? you start off, you're looking at the ugliest creature you've ever seen as you spawn on a boat as a prisoner or whatever, right? And you're walking slower than a snail, I kid you not, right? And there's like a lot of things where so like there's no quest marker at all, right? Like if someone just tells you something, I hope you remember what they said because that is the only directions you're getting, right? And sometimes they don't give the best directions. I mean, there's one quest that's fairly early in the game that a lot of people remember online because they just give absolutely terrible directions. So people just have no clue where it is. I would not recommend playing it, but I would recommend playing Oblivion.
I feel like
Oblivion is $20 on Steam. Who knows? Maybe I'll.
It's actually I think it's included with the Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
I think that's why I played Morrowind because it was on there.
I think if you wanted to play Morrowind, you'd have to. It would require some modding, just quality of life things.
Probably.
I've gotten into modding games
Mm-hmm.
quite a bit recently, just because Nexus mod make it easy.
Oh yeah.
But like, I've even seen a couple Oblivion like overhauls that give it Skyrim level graphics.
Yeah, I haven't played any of that.
I think I'm gonna do that to Oblivion. Go in and give it like some healthy tweaks. I know my biggest complaint about Oblivion is traveling takes fucking forever because you can't sprint.
Oh, you know what
But
that reminds me of? In Morrowind, it's not like a normal combat system. It's like a D&D system.
Yeah, it's like randomized, right?
It's just like I can be like the most accurate fool in here, swinging my sword at this dude, but it's just like dice roll.
Yeah, if the computer decides that you're gonna hit.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've heard about that.
I'm here hitting the guy with the. He ain't moving. I'm hitting the snail. You gonna tell me that missed?
If I'm gonna play a game that it's a dice roll per hit, I better be playing some like XCOM, something that's like
exactly. That's where it would make a lot more sense. I liked the non-hand holding nature that Morrowind was, but then the combat, it's like, what is this, man? Like, I'm standing in front of the guy swinging my sword at him. You gonna tell me that's missing him? Getting all thrustated up in there.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go back and play Morrowind. I've gone back and played Oblivion.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Several hundred times. I remember the first time I played Oblivion when you get to go to Kvatch.
Oh yeah.
Like, you got to go save Kvatch, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go fight some things." And you roll up, and like guards are like, "Hey, you need to go the fuck away from here."
Exactly.
And you're like, "Oh, fuck you, guy! I'm a big badass. I escaped some demons."
Here is the necklace of Uriel Septum.
Yep.
All
you walk up there. You're like, "Oh shit, that's a big ass portal." And you go in there, and you're like, "Oh shit."
Speaking of sorry. Speaking of
hold on.
Yeah, speaking of
one recommendation for Oblivion though, if you do one playthrough of it, make sure you play the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood. Those are incredible quest lines.
Yeah, that's
absolutely incredible. If you do it, make sure you do it on your first playthrough.
I remember them being really good in Skyrim. So.
They're good in Skyrim, don't get me wrong, but they are really good in Oblivion. So if you're gonna play, I would recommend doing it on the first playthrough because you might put it off and you're like, oh, I'll do it on the next playthrough, right? Just do it on the first playthrough in case you don't get around to the second.
So Skyrim has a pretty good stealth system, and once you get like a good chunk into it, it's pretty easy. Oblivion, you actually have to be like, I need to go hide behind this barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I need a solid object between us. And like, when you're sent on your first assassination contract and they give you the special little knife, it's different.
I told you.
Did Skyrim have the Blade of Woe?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. I do like that Oblivion, you get to like, at one point you do get to pick like oh, I've been using a sword this whole game or a bow. I don't really want to use this knife. They're like, okay, here you go. Here's something that fits you. Thanks.
I think in Skyrim it was like a little bit more of an Easter egg. The Blade of
Yeah.
Woe. I think you just kind of pick
Yeah.
it up off of a dead person near the end there. They don't.
Oh yeah, because they give you
don't
like
make
a
a big
weird
dramatic thing
sword.
out of it. I don't want to spoil the. We can spoil the story. I don't.
It's obtained as a reward for completing the quest Death Incarnate.
Yeah.
Or it can be obtained if you kill the leader of the Astrid, the leader of the Dark Brotherhood.
I was gonna say I think she's like after that quest you find her burnt dead on her and like the headquarters or whatever. And when you walk up to her, she's like it's next to her hand, so you can tell she was holding it or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the way that you said though.
You are correct. I do remember like going in and she's dying and
you just kind of take it and
yeah, that's definitely more of an Easter egg. Where in Oblivion, it's like, yeah, you're gonna need this.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you have to kill the contract with that weapon. I don't know if I did any of the Thieves Guild stuff in Oblivion.
It's one of the better ones in Oblivion. Oblivion. Never mind. I thought you were talking about Skyrim.
Yeah. Another thing about Oblivion, its DLC is really good.
Horse armor.
Yeah.
Horse armor.
I wish you could attack things from horseback in Oblivion.
Do you know about the controversy with that?
No.
It was like they charged like $20 for the horse armor at first. They had to like take it off the I don't know, the Xbox Live Marketplace or whatever it was back then. And it wasn't like before. Or like it's not like it is now where people would just be charging like $10 for like a skin or whatever. So people were pissed because it was like $20 or $10 for like horse armor, and it doesn't even do anything either. It's just makes your horse look a little cooler. So people were really upset about that. It was a big controversy back in the day.
So looping back actually really quick to the Thieves Guild questline stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I actually figured out what happened to our outro. The Thieves Guild stole it